Okay, so is the Insta360 GO2 worth it to go for in 2022? That depends on a couple of factors, and I will explain all that in this video. So let's get right into it. Have you watched certain mostly sponsored videos where everything about this little camera seems to be awesome? Then you are being fooled. While this camera is very small and I like what they're trying with this camera, it's just too good to be true. While unboxing this small gadget, I was unpleasantly surprised by the fact that it needs the app to be registered to even turn on at first. I dislike that so much, and the constant pop-ups on your phone, while I know you can turn them off, are just annoying and unnecessary to begin with. So let's start with this question. Will you use it indoors? If so, then you can already stop the video here, since the action camera will not be for you. Since there is no constant flow of air indoors, the camera will overheat with regular filming for about 9 to 10 minutes, sometimes even shorter. It is good that they made it so that when it overheats, it will turn off to protect against damage from overheating, but that also means no more filming. This small camera films in 1440p or Quad HD on max 50 frames per second, so that's another factor. No 4K and no 60 FPS on 4K. You can get 60 FPS with 1080p though, if that's what you're going for. Since we are all used to getting sharper and better images, I think having less than 4K is not optimal for an action cam. So that's another downside for me, especially since you can buy a GoPro Hero 8 for cheaper. Now to operate this small device. One time clicking the action button on the front will allow you to start filming, and it will vibrate to let you know it started filming, and the LED will keep flashing. But this camera has Pro Video and Video mode besides Photo mode. So at first it was very confusing to me which mode I used when clicking one time. So then I would take the app, let it connect, which usually is a 50-50 chance of it working. But then when you got it working, I admit it's nice to see a mirror of your action cam to correct the angle or just set a certain mode or frame rate. Easier than on the GO2 itself and going to the settings menu there. The Pro Video mode lets you edit your footage after it was taken, which can be nice in certain scenarios, but if you only film in Pro mode, that means you have to get the files off the GO2 to your computer, import it into their own editing software, selecting how you want it to be, render it on their software, and then you can finally import it into your editing software. They have plugins for Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere though, so that makes it a little easier, I think. Okay, another scenario. Let's say you are walking outside using one of their free accessories, which are great by the way, although feeling a little cheapy. The breeze cools your GO2, but not enough, because it's 25 degrees Celsius. Too bad. The breeze won't be enough to cool it, so it still overheats and turns off. Sadly, I haven't been able to test it underwater, but I imagine it being able to film at least a little longer there. So are there even any positives? Yes, the free accessories are nice and they have one for each situation. I think the magnetic snapping is also very good and well thought out. It is very tiny and weighs nearly nothing, so that's great too. And the earpod style case where it recharges is also cool and feels snappy. Would I recommend it though? Well, from my testing, only if you use it on a motorcycle for example. Somewhere where the wind is so constant that it cannot be allowed to overheat. Or swimming would probably work just fine too. Are you planning to film yourself driving a car with a roof, walking on a beach, or just capturing your hike up a mountain? Then you probably should avoid this one. My name is Raoul, you have been watching Indecisive, and I hope to see you on the next video.